Good morning, Parrot Bliss. In this video, I want to help answer the question. Somebody sent message to question. Thank you for the question. I love good content. She has an Indian ringneck and got a companion Indian ringneck. And her original Indian ringneck is fantastic, and the companion is biting. The companion is 2.5 years old and isn't really tame. And she's trying to tame it so that the companion can be with her in her Indian ringneck. So to answer the question, why, how do you handle that? What's going on? One of the first things you have to do, I think, is actually ask and talk about why parrots bite. Right, Kalani? Hi, Kalani. If you are new, if you don't know us well, Kalani is a Catalina macaw, right? Who I have almost had for a year, and she is going on, are you almost? I got her supposedly when she was 6 months, but I think she was a little younger than that. And over here is my Indian ringneck, Milo. She is very sweet and friendly with me, so I thought that these guys would make a good example. And then I also have Gail, who I'm working on taming. And I made a video the other day on Gail and talked about how that's going, which has gone a little better. Why do parrots bite? So the thing is, parrots bite for a lot of different reasons. If they are uncomfortable and in their cage, it's their territory and they're being defensive. That's one kind of biting. That's, I want to be left alone and I'm not feeling safe and secure. Sometimes, I think it's best to respect that, but sometimes you can't. Kalani likes to nibble, and she doesn't hurt me, but it hurts. In other words, she could bite a lot harder with this beak, and she doesn't. So she thinks she's being nice to me, and I'm like, thanks. It hurts. And she has a habit of getting the knuckle. But I'm comfortable with her. I'm not scared. But I'm not relaxed. When I'm with my yellow-naped Amazon Lorenza, I can sleep. I can reach out, pet her. She's like a piece of cake for me. She's very easy. Lorenza does not bite to the point to where if she's falling, she will fall before she'll bite me. Let's see if we can. Oh, see, look at that. So Kalani bites in part because she's excited. She can't stand it. She just wants to, experience the world with her beak, because that's what parrots do. See what I mean? She's not hurting me. She's not. Yeah, that doesn't feel good, sweetie. It doesn't feel good. She's not being mean. She's not, she's just excited. So we have biting out of pure excitement, biting out of defensive and feeling uncomfortable. Go ahead and preen yourself. Go ahead and preen yourself. Yeah, preen yourself. Milo is like my friend's Indian ringneck, who's behaving wonderfully. I have no problems with Milo. I could pick Milo up. Actually, that's part of what I wanted to show you. Milo, the only time Milo bites is, which has been like twice in 2 years, once a year, is when I'm getting between her and she's fighting with someone else, that kind of thing. But otherwise, Milo's really great. Now, I'm still using a stick for Gail. Come here, sweetie. Gail is semi-tame and becoming more. Step up. Oh, Gail's being good. Gail has caused me pain, which is now healed, but Gail's bitten me. Hey, sweetheart. Gail bites because he is not happy, not comfortable. I'm trying to tame him, and he's scared. So this is more of what my friend's dealing with the second Indian ringneck. And by the way, I had that situation. I had a second Indian ringneck, and hopefully I'll remember to talk to you about that too. So the number one way to help a bird get over it is to spend time with them. Turns out the biggest secret to conquering your bird is the same secret as conquering anything else, like learning how to play the piano or anything else. And it is spend a lot of time there. So I've been spending time with Gail, and you could see, let's see if Gail's going to let me pet him. And he's a little nervous. He's like, what's going on? Oh, he's letting me pet him. What a good bird, yes. I try to go slow with Gail. I try to give him a lot of positive experiences, like when he's with me, he gets seeds, which otherwise, as you probably know, I really limit seeds. I see. And so right now, we're having a good experience. Gail's a little uncomfortable. He's kind of looking around, kind of going, what? See? He's jittery. Although that sound from my kikes back there made Milo jump too. Did you see that, Kalani? She's preening herself. She's happy. She's comfortable and bite. She's, you know, I think she thinks she's preening me. I'm pretty darn sure she thinks she's preening me. She isn't limited by the fact that I don't have feathers, you know. It doesn't bother her one bit. So Gail is giving me trouble. And when we are not in Gail's cage, we're better. Out here, Gail's a little nervous because we're up in the big, wide open, although it's screened in. And so, you know, he's nervous, and I think you can tell. But he's being really good because he's not biting me, and he let me pet him. So I'm spending a lot of time with Gail. And today, I took Gail to the park, and he kind of knew I've given him seeds once or twice at the park. And when we got to the bench, it's like, okay, where are my seeds? Where are my seeds? And I was like, God, I can't believe he already knows that pattern, that behavior. So he got some seeds, and that made him happy. And he was far more comfortable, kind of looking around, what can I play with? You know, I ate now. What can I nibble on? And so Gail's doing better just because I'm spending time with him. Now, if you have you want to go here? Don't bite my shirt, okay? If you have, in my friend's case, an Indian ringneck that's friendly and one that's not, what you doing? One really significant question is, you know, do you want to tame the second Indian ringneck? Because there's nothing wrong with leaving the second Indian ringneck in her cage. And be careful, I had gotten a male to go with my two females, and they need a lot of space. In the world of Indian ringnecks, the females are dominant, and so two females should be okay. See what I mean? She's just beaking and beaking. So they really bite for different reasons. Oh, now Gail's getting a little more comfortable. Sweetheart, you're hurting me. You're hurting me. Ah. That's what they say to each other when they're, oh, you knocked your water down again. I'll have to get you more water. That's what they say to each other when they're saying stop it. You know, they go, ah. So I try to do that with the biting. Ah. And I, see, she wanted me to stop, and she did that. So if you have one Indian ringneck that is behaving wonderfully and that you enjoy, you know, there's nothing wrong with maybe let the second one come around in her own time. Leave the cage door open. Let her come out if she wants, if you're comfortable putting her back in, which you must be because you've been letting her out. And let her have time where she's alone in the cage. Make sure that when you put your Indian ringneck back into the cage, they're getting along fine. There's no problems. But I'm not sure, I would strongly consider not taming the second Indian ringneck. When we had our second Indian ringneck, oh, hi, Rebecca, thanks for tuning in. When we were answering the question, I had someone ask, she has an Indian ringneck that's tame and wonderful, got a companion that's 2.5 years old, but is biting her, and no fun. Like, what do? You know, what do you do with a bitey parrot that you love, but you really hate being bitten? So that second Indian ringneck, I would really consider letting her stay kind of wild. When we got a second Indian ringneck, I felt like the second Indian ringneck kept Milo company. Milo, who is, see, I'm trying to get her better too. The second Indian ringneck, thanks, Rebecca, I love you too. The second Indian ringneck Back. Back. Oh, no back. Back. Good girl. Good back. Now, this is one of the things I do. I try to give her up. Good job. Good job. I'm trying to train her to give her things to do, to channel that energy, to try to divert the biting. Good poop. Good poop. I say good poop because I want to try to train her on the poop. And actually, I should do a hand command with it as well, because parrots are more body language oriented, and actually humans are too. We're just not as aware of it. But anyway, so I should always do a body language. So our second Indian ringneck left the cage open, let him come out. I had a him and a her, and then I gave the pair to my mentor to see if he could get them to breed. But anyway, and he would come out, because we got him first. He would come out. He started to take treats from us. You know, it was kind of like, oh, look, Milo's out. What's Milo doing? I'm going to go see what the other Indian ringneck's doing, while keeping my safe, comfortable distance. And so he never, like, he didn't get bitey, but we also really didn't handle him. Like, I'm really handling, oh, thanks, Pat, love you too. And Angela, thank you. You know, aren't all parrots beautiful? Like, if you believe in God, the universe, or whatever, he gave all the colors to the parrots. That's not entirely true, but, you know, that's one thing I love about parrots. So, you know, so that's one option. Like, just enjoy your ringneck and let the second one be your ringneck's companion. It's kind of like saying, your ringneck's your pet, I'll let the other ringneck be your pet's pet. So, like, that's what I would think about doing. The other option is, if you really, really want to tame that second Indian ringneck, I would say, if you're going to, either don't force handling, like, see right now, I'm trying to do a lot of this where Gail's just out of his cage, he's just having to live with me, and when we go to the park, he does better. Now my parrots are upset because I think Milo's on their cage. Milo likes to harass other parrots. She's really comfortable with me, she's great with me, I can totally handle her, so I think she thinks she owns everybody else. So, I'm having him spend time with me, but I'm really letting him be comfortable. And we are making progress. It's not super fast, but he's not a baby. Actually, he's about the same age as your Indian ringneck. He's about 2.5 from what I understand. With parrots, like, unless you get them as a baby, you never really, 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 really know. Hey, you, look at that nibbling. Yeah, she's preening me. At least it's not hard this time. Mwah. So then I try to break the pattern of the nibbling with kisses, since I'm holding the beak and I'm comfortable, therefore. Oh, I'm taking the pain and giving kisses. Torture me, I torture you back with love. So that's one of my philosophies. If you really want to handle the bird, what we did is we did trim Gail's wings so that Gail can't fly away. Sapphire would bite me when you have Gail. Okay, so Sapphire's biting you when the other parrot's around. So that means if you really want to tame Sapphire, you're going to have to spend one-on-one time, which initially, not always, because you really kind of want to force them into the flock. It's kind of like you're trying to establish this, I'm the alpha flock, this is the flock, this is now your flock, and we're all in the flock together. And they do have that flock mentality, but they do also have to come into the flock kind of thing and like feel like they're a part of the flock, that kind of thing. So, Pat, make sure that Sapphire gets no seeds in her cage. All of the fun. I mean, pellets, absolutely. And everyone has to develop their own philosophy. My philosophy, which is really significant to me, is parrots should have pellets 24/7. I feel like I'm going to have to compete with Milo. Because in nature, it could be the middle of the night, and if they're really hungry, they could go out and they could get food. So I'm a strong believer that they should always have food. I feel like a lot of experts take the food away. You stop nibbling. A lot of experts take the food away at night so that in the morning they give veggies and the parrots are hungry and they'll eat veggies because there's no other choice. I don't do that, and my parrots don't eat as many veggies as I would like, but they do eat veggies. They do run to see what I'm giving them, and so I'm comfortable with that. But so I would have no seeds, only pellets, and the first thing I would do when I come to the cage is give a seed. You kind of have to decide if you want to really tame Sapphire. Okay, hold on one sec. Milo! Oh my goodness, girl. And you're not going inside. Because I don't want you to go bug anybody. You're being so loud. You're being so loud. Here. You want to hang out there? Let's see if you'll hang out there. So if you want to tame Sapphire, decide, am I going to tame her as a flock or not a flock? And I think it's going to be easier to start with not a flock, but it would take you further faster to start as a flock. Because even if she's biting you, like it sounds like she would be biting you if she's just right where Gail is. I would get a water bottle squirter and I would squirt her. And don't do the mist, do the stream. My goodness, my goodness. Yeah, did you see that? Thank you, Rebecca. Milo's beautiful, and Kalani's like, you're in my way. So then I could squirt, and it will interrupt the pattern. So one of the things that happens is Sapphire is in a mode, and we can define the mode, but it's sort of irrelevant. Basically, the mode is, I'm unhappy, I'm gonna bite, I'm being very jealous, and I'm being very insecure. And that's like a mindset, and it's kind of like the horse with the blinders. So it's kind of like Milo right now. Milo! Hey! Hey, Milo! So to interrupt the pattern, you can squirt the water, you can try to make a loud noise, which may or may not work. I don't know if Sapphire's like literally jumping on you. If she is, I would even consider getting a small cage that's like the cage you put her in, so that she could sit here or like on the table kind of thing and be with you. And I would really, if she's doing that, and of course, Kalani's not really hurting me. She's just, my hand's moving and she just can't contain herself. But if it's that bad, if you want to, one thing you could do is you could just have that cage, call it the companion cage, where she's learning to be your companion, where it's just there. And I would take it with me everywhere, because then one of the things that's going to happen is it'll take some time, but Sapphire, Indian Ringneck, is going to start to, who's not tame, in case you're just joining us, is going to start to go, I'm always with, this is my flock, I'm always with this person, I'm always with Pat. Good. She just gets pellets. I can get her on my hand finger with a glove, but she absolutely hates my naked hand and lunges at it and screams. Okay, so, Pat, you kind of want to decide how you want to tackle things, but I think, and I could tell you what I think I would do, but of course I'm not, I haven't even seen her. I haven't, you feel free to send me a video. You can message a video. If you don't mind me sharing it, let me know, because that'll give me a better idea. But this is what I would do. You know what? People say, let them bite you, they'll stop. Whatever. I don't know. I'm like, look, I respect that because I see people do it. I don't know. My fingers say N-O. I mean, like Kalani, you could see, no blood, no cuts. She's not killing me. I mean, I really think she's trying to preen me. She wants my attention. She, I'm like her favorite person. I'm her favorite bird in the world. And she loves me so much that she just can't. She loves me to squeezes. So it's different because she's not hurting me. But if Sapphire's doing that, that's what I would try. If I wanted to tame her, and I'm not sure that I would want to tame her, because like Lorenza, she's just so easy for me to be with. she's just my companion. She's just with me. She chose me, and she just sits here. And, you know, now I kind of wish I had her, but she's just so easy. She won't do anything. She might kind of preen me a little. She doesn't hurt me when she preens me. She might nuzzle with me. She might kind of ask me for pets, but she never hurts me. She would rather fall than bite me. So she's really easy, and I love being with Easy. So, you know, I would kind of like, my first choice would be to just hang out with my Indian Ringneck that I love. And that would be my first choice. If I was like, no, I'm going to tame Sapphire, like I'm kind of doing with Gail here. Oh, Gail's getting sleepy. Then, look at this. I've got my upside down, oh, my monkey. Hi, monkey. Hi, monkey. What you doing? Then, if she's lunging at me, I would try that cage. It's a cage that's long enough for the tail. I would go on Amazon or go to my local bird store and get a cheap cage that's long enough, or whatever you're comfortable with. In other words, this is not a cage for her to live in. To me, it's like, it's the cage for me to easily pick up and take her places, and it's the cage for her to focus on me. And then, you know, I would maybe do that for at least like 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the afternoon. Milo's screaming. Milo's usually really, really quiet. But sometimes when she's out here, she screams. I don't know why she's screaming. It would be you have to focus on me, and I'm trying to let you know that we are a flock cage. And then I would start to open the door or whatever, rig it open, and see if she comes out and see if she lunges. If she lunges, break the pattern, however works for you. A stream of water might work, clapping might work, doing the you know, and I don't want to freak them out right now, especially because they're not doing anything wrong, but kind of scream, kind of do it abruptly, you know, like, you know, and that's a pattern interrupter. I would try interrupting the pattern, and I wouldn't give my fingers. I would try to have perches and sticks around, just making sure everything's okay over there. That's what I would try. I would also clip wings, because then the other thing you could do is put a perch, you know, far enough, like Gail can get to me here, but if I had a perch here, like out of the jumping reach, then Sapphire would have to be with me without a cage. I mean, that's another option. Actually, I like that better, right? Then Sapphire has to be there and cannot come, and we've got the same thing going on where I don't think she could get to your fingers. I don't think she could lunge at you. And she has to hang out without being able to bite and hopefully start to get comfortable. And kind of treat the, at that point, the perch as her space. You know, hold it just to pick it up and move it kind of thing, but then I would leave it. So we're making slow progress over here. When we are not at home, he's much better. So that's another thing. It's like you really want nice neutral spaces. So I hope those things help. Let's see. That's what I'm thinking. I'll just try not to tame her and really be with Pickles, the one that is very loving. Thanks for the advice. You're so welcome, Pat. You know, I really believe in parrots having a companion. They are highly social. And not only are they highly social, but they do things like they preen each other's beaks and heads, and I don't know, they do parrot things. I do not want her preening my teeth. I don't really like when she preens my feathers. We got Cammie just for her. We're bonding with Cammie. We love Cammie. We wanted a parrot that we could handle, as opposed to like a wild parrot. But, you know, it's like Cammie's part of the family in the flock, but this is the number one reason we got Cammie. And to me, you know, in your case, Sapphire just doesn't have to be your pet. Sapphire can really be Pickles' companion. But I would try the perch. I kind of like that idea. I would try trimming the feathers for now, only the flight feathers, of course, and then try the perch. Let's see. Her flight feathers are going back, but it would only be these little guys here, and that's it, kind of thing. Hopefully you can see that. All right, I think this has gone on for long enough. I hope I have helped you guys. I love good content. If you have any questions, please be sure to either post or message. I love it when they do parrot things too. And they need to be a parrot. When they aren't doing parrot things, like that's okay, but some of the time they have to be a parrot. Otherwise, that's when they get uncomfortable, unhappy. They lose their identity. A parrot can lose its parrot identity. And that's when you have a real damaged parrot that is unhappy, unfriendly, bitey, that kind of thing. So it's really important to keep parrots knowing that they're parrots, behaving like a parrot, and doing parrot things. So thank you for joining me here on Parrot Bliss. I'm working on my book. It'll be finished hopefully really, really soon. You're welcome, Rebecca. Thanks for the thanks. And we'll see you next time. Right? You want to say hi, Kalani? Say hi, Kalani. You thought about it. Say hi, Kalani. Hi, Kalani. Anyway, oh, I'll get her there. She says it when the camera is off. You're so welcome, Pat. Let me know how it goes. All right. Thanks, everybody. See you next time.